My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure, and make you wanna dribble dribble. You know, riding in my Fiat, you really have to see it.
I was muted. What's up, everybody? Welcome on in. Welcome to the stream. Universal Catboy, how are you, my friend? Thank you for that little bit of a hype tune to start us off, mate. I appreciate it. Shout out for you, my friend. Shout out for you. How are you today, and how is everyone that's just joining us? Welcome on into the stream. Make sure you go and check out the Universal Catboy. He's a great dude, great streamer, great content creator out there on TikTok as well. So make sure you hit that link in the chat. Go check out the content, and if you like what you see, hit that follow. So, as most of you may know, I'm the Average Gamer, variety streamer here on Twitch, and, you know, I like to play a bit of a variety of games. Everything from a little bit of just chatting, just like today, to some Sea of Thieves, some Assassin's Creed, some Fortnite. Sometimes I throw down some random stuff like No Man's Sky, or Fall Guys, or, you know, just about anything, really. But, you know, we all have random days. And, you know, I like to think that I'm making this channel a nice place where we can all come and hang out and chat and relax and play some games together, talk about games, talk about streaming, content creation, and get to know each other. You know, a place where you don't feel judged, you don't feel like you could be attacked or abused or anything like that. Because if any of that ever happened, it would be stopped dead in its tracks, there'd be ban hammers thrown down, and the problem would be gone straight away anyway. But overall, this is a happy, chilled place where we like to hang out, talk, get to know each other, and that's the case today. We've got Erhiin on. He loves to play a bit of Star Citizen at the moment. He's been playing a bit of Alien Isolation as well. So a little bit spooky, a little bit scary, all for the Halloween season. So, without further ado, we better bring him on over, I suppose. So let me just unmute and... Alright, bro, welcome on in.
Hello, hello. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure, mate. Always a pleasure. So, first of all, thanks for joining me on Average Chatter, man. It's an absolute honour for you to join me. You know, I'm glad that you could.
Honor's all mine.
I'm glad that you could. I know that it's late over there, and that you just got home from work, pretty much. So, I appreciate it.
It's all good. It is all good. I actually, I told my work, hey, I got something really important to do. I'm gonna dip out like 15 minutes early.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Now that, folks, is what you call commitment right there.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
So, we'll kick a few things off with the basic. Why did you start streaming? You know, what inspired you to start streaming?
So I originally started streaming, I want to say probably like 2 years ago. It was actually a way of me to try to fight my social anxiety, like trying to put myself in an uncomfortable situation, putting myself out there. And for the most part, it's worked. I still, every now and then, I still have my moments where I freak out. Like when you asking me to be on your show, I freaked out. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna come out here and look like a complete ass.
Yeah, so good.
But yeah, that was kind of it. And then, like, so like I had friends who just kind of say you should start streaming. You have that personality.
Definitely do, yeah.
That you're super easy to talk to, and it was more like a lot of my friends. It was when I worked retail. Like I'm a hell of a salesman. Like I could talk to anyone, and except like right now where I'm like kind of with my questions, my answers.
Not at all.
But yeah, that's like kind of my biggest thing. And then I was also watching this, like, I know it sounds really cliche, but I'll watch like Stone Mountain 64. I was watching it's funny, his name is Average Dad from the UK.
I know the Average Dad. Yep.
Average Dad. I love his streams. I'm a big fan of his. And I love like Asmongold. I love his snarkiness. um Kind of like, and those were the kind of guys I when I started out, kind of like I followed, not per se copy them, but follow in their footsteps, where like
For sure.
you don't have, I mean, like, yeah, let alone from Stone Mountain, but like the average dad, he kind of like, I felt like I saw the same like eye to eye with him, was like, you don't have to be the greatest gamer to be a streamer.
No, not
You
at
know,
all.
for the most part, like, is this creating a welcome community environment, kind of like your intro, like no one's judge here, don't, like, this is a safe place, and that's something I've aimed to create, you know.
For sure. Yeah, no, for sure. You want to create that comfortable place where you and your community can just hang out and have a good time, you know, and talk about things if they needed to be talked about, you know. Just like a friend coming to your house and being like, hey, can we have a talk? I'm having a bad day. Sure, go for it, you know.
Yeah, and that's definitely because I've like when I first started out, I had friends, you know, like, hey, they're having bad days, cool, hop on a game with me, let's play, you know.
Yeah.
Let's play some games together, and usually that help them out, you know, and just not feel alone, because that's like a lot of people I've met in my community, you know, particularly my community too, you know, they just don't feel like they fit in anywhere, and they come in and like we're all welcoming, we mess with each other, we could be dicks and assholes, but it's all in the calamity of like just having fun with each other, you know.
Definitely. I mean, like, me being Australian and living in New Zealand, we're basically the kings of giving each other shit in a friendly way, you know. We're about the only, you know, there's 3 countries in the world that you can call your best friend, excuse my language here, but you can call your best friend a cunt and they love you for it, you know.
It's kind of like, so I grew up in kind of like the punk rock music community, which is kind of the same thing, you know, like you'll like, hey, dick or asshole, you know, and you're like, hey, why did that guy say that? Oh, that's my best friend. Like, you know.
Exactly.
We're always mean to each other, but at the end of the day, we still have each other's backs, you know. We always pick each other up when we're down.
Yeah, and that's the best way to be, you know. Have fun, but, you know, deep down in your heart, you know that they're always going to be there for you, thick and thin, good or bad. They're always there by your side, and that's the best part. And, you know, you build relationships like that here on Twitch. Lauren of the Rings. Hello. Excited to catch this interview. And I'm excited to have you here with us. I'll see you all the time.
Howdy.
See you all the time over there with Aaron.
That's actually funny. Like, Lauren being part of the reason, like, in my community, like, we get new people come in all the time, and they always say like, wow, this community is awesome, you guys are so welcoming. And thing is, it's not just me, you know, like it's a team effort. It's a team effort, you know. And things like, Lauren's actually one of my mods, she's the newest mod to my team. I don't know if she wanted to do it, but she was pushed into it by our other mod, so it was forced upon her, but we loved having her as a mod. And,
every time I come over to your streams, like, your mods are always like, hey, how are you? Welcome on in. What have you been up to? What are you doing? You know, we straight away start having conversations, which is exactly what you want from your mods. You know, and that's perfect.
They understand the assignment.
Oh, they really do. They really do.
With the promise of that, you know, like I keep telling them, hey guys, that $5 check's in the mail. It's coming, okay? It's coming. It'll be there.
Oh, they're great mods. They do a great job, and you're definitely very lucky to have them there on your team. That's for sure.
Oh no, and thing is, like, don't definitely. I told them before, like, I don't deserve it. I don't deserve them. But I joke about it, but I 100% mean it from the bottom of my heart. Like, if I ever made it somewhere big, is like, oh, as a big time streamer, is like, hey, you know what? They're coming with me. I'm bringing them with me.
Absolutely.
You know, you don't forget the people that support you.
Exactly, and like, your mods, they're the MVPs of your team. You know, your stream team. If it wasn't for them, you'd be constantly typing things out rather than being able to do what our job is as a streamer. And that's connecting with chat and talking verbally rather than typing out
exactly.
everything.
And I think one thing that goes under the radar too is like the mods, especially I have a mod named Stony. He a while back we had a guy come in, first time chatter, first time viewer, and off the rip he came in trying to push a sexist joke.
Oh no.
just trying to be funny, and we're like, hey man, not here like that, blah blah, let it go. We deleted the tweet. He got kind of little fired up, and my mod just took the executive decision, banned him. And I was not mad about it. I was like, dude, good job. You stopped something that got out of hand that could have been potentially bad for the channel.
Yeah. Well, you just got to cut out that toxic crap straight away, and if we don't notice it, that's up to them to make a judgment call, notice it, get rid of it.
And that's the hard thing, like especially like when I play games like Star Citizen, sometimes I'm so focused on what's on the screen
For sure.
that I forget what's going on in chat. Yep. And that's when they come in and pick up the pieces,
Definitely. And they really are the foundation to what we're trying to build. They may not be seen all the time, but they're the strongest part of what we're building, 100%.
And they'll be the ones that, if anyone, they roast you the most. My mods always give it to me the most.
Oh, my mods are just constant. Like every time I'm playing Sea of Thieves, there's these moments where it's just kind of peaceful, kind of quiet, and they're like, ha, 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 jump scare. And they just get me every time. They know how to get me, and
See, like, I thought about adding that to my channel, but I have a weak heart, and I would just drop that on stream. That'd be my last stream. That'd be it.
Oh, as Moore says, it's all content. So.
It's all, yeah, exactly. It might be my last content, but it's content.
And it lasts forever. What a way to go. Sometimes, though, some of the jump scares, I don't have a weak heart, but my lord, I feel like I'm about to fall backwards out of my chair when it happens.
That's how like when I play horror games, horror games are one of my favorite genres, but I'm always like, it's just a game. It's just a game. Don't look like a wuss in front of everybody. It's just a game. Yep. And then I pause and be like, oh guys, I'm having internet issues. Let me just back up for a second.
Oh no, the game's crashed. Alt F4.
Oh no. Oh, well, I guess we're playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure, guys.
What a game to choose. I might have to do that instead of my horror games that I'm going for.
It pays to be in a happy place.
Definitely. So, what would be some of your long and or short-term goals for yourself and your channel?
I think so. In terms of short-term goals right now, is definitely my YouTube channel. I think as a streamer, content creator, my weakest spot is my YouTube channel. Trying to get more content on there, and that just falls into just trying to find time to edit videos. Because one thing about I know you're like, we're not supposed to stop comparing yourself to others as in growth wise, but I do compare my quality of my videos to others, especially with the Star Citizen community. I'm like, wow, that guy has a really good video. Like, graphics on it, editing is top notch, and I'm like, well, if I can't match that or be better, like, what am I doing? Why am I going to put a lower quality video out? So that's been kind of my own, like, I guess self-doubt has been kind of like just shooting myself in the foot, because like, oh, I'll spend 5 hours on a video, which I did. Like last week I had 3 videos. I spent like a good 5-6 hours on each video, and I'm sitting there going, okay, what could be better? Yeah, how can I make this better? And I think being a perfectionist at some points of it, I'm like, I just gotta. I was talking to my wife about it. I'm like, I'm never gonna get these done. She's like, well, with that attitude, you'll never get them done. You just gotta get it to a point where you think it's good and push it out there. Just push it out there.
Well, I've got a question here from, I hope that I'm saying this right, Wokeeper. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right or not, but they say, aren't you glad you asked for help building your PC not too long ago?
Yeah, actually, that's my mod, Stoney.
Oh, well done, Stoney.
Yeah, he helped me build my 2 computers I have here.
Nice. Lucky man.
Yeah.
I'd love to build a custom PC one day. Dreams, goals.
It was, it was, at the time, it was just right. Like, me and my wife we were sitting on a little extra cash, and I just decided, screw it. I don't really buy anything for myself.
Yep.
Don't look at the stuff in the back of the door. Don't look at any of the toys in the back.
That's excluded.
But yeah, and it was actually funny. We built the original PC, and like I was like, cool. Well, so like I have 2 PCs. I have a pretty decent gaming computer. My streaming computer, it was something we threw together for I don't know. I think it was like $300.
Oh, nice. That's pretty good.
Just a really cheap computer, literally, and which I'm actually using this piece, the streaming PC, for our little interview here.
Okay, cool. Because like that stuff is so expensive here. Like just for a half decent PC, whether it's pre-built or not, I'm looking at around anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 for your low-level computer.
That's a lot of, I mean, a lot of pre-builds now too are in that price range for something decent. But even then, like you're like any pre-built, you're ripping out the RAM right away and putting in more RAM. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like oh, here, spend $1,500 on this computer, but we're only going to throw in 8 gigs of RAM. We're like, come on.
Yeah,
do better.
Yeah, like if I'm paying this money, at least put 16 in there, or something a bit more beefier. Come on.
Exactly. So back to the question. So so YouTube would be my short-term goal. Long-term, that's hard because I never really seen this as like, oh, potential full-time. It's always been just kind of just like a fun hobby on the side. But this past year is kind of like, I know, like especially with like my kind of like past year, my blow up on TikTok. That I was like, shoot, maybe I could actually do something with this, and and it's like in short form, long term, it would be, I would love to do this full time.
Absolutely.
I would love to do this full time and actually have more time instead of wasting like at my 9-to-5 office job, working on edits, videos, and doing this full time. And who knows, we'll see what happens in the next year or two, but you never know with streaming, because right now with streaming is definitely, the numbers are falling with viewership wise, not just like my channel, just kind of across the board, just because with like COVID, everyone was at home watching, everybody was watching streaming, and now it's like more falling down. And it's like, being a streamer is like, if you want to make it, you got to have, like, in my eyes, it's like, you stream, cool, blah blah, but it's going to come from I hate to say it, but ad revenue is going to come from you like having a really good YouTube channel, having all the followers on YouTube, having people find you.
Mm-hmm. YouTube, it's a tough place to get into and to be popular on. I spent 5 years on YouTube myself.
To me, like, I'm probably, I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I feel like YouTube, out of all the platforms, I felt like YouTube's always been the most toxic community. Especially when it comes to YouTube Shorts. I feel like YouTube Shorts is a dumpster fire. You post one video, I hate you, jump off a bridge, you're cringe, but like I post the same video on TikTok, and it's like, hey, that's pretty funny. You're all right,
Yeah, it's a very different place to be.
It really is. But I kind of came to the conclusion, was like, you know what? Maybe the stuff I'm posting on TikTok is not meant for YouTube. Like, I feel like YouTube's more like posting actual game clips, game stuff, game tutorials, tips. And TikTok is, I definitely want to put more gaming stuff on there, but to me, TikTok's always been like just making funny, relatable stuff that people can, hey, I get that struggle,
Bloody neon cat's frightening the shit out of me with jump scares. Fucking made me jump.
See, like if I had that set up, my mods would be breaking that button.
It gets used quite a bit.
Okay.
But like, I can definitely relate to your short-term goal of improving content to YouTube, because I'm the same. Even though I started off on YouTube, once I got to Twitch, YouTube disappeared from me for a while. But then I started learning about how important it was to actually utilize that still, doing shorts and things like that, and edited long-form content, things like that. And I just lost the passion for it.
I get that. Definitely. I felt that. I still get that now and then. I guess it's more like I'm afraid of that early burnout. Yeah. Getting that burnout, because then you're like, well, why am I even doing this? But that's kind of happened, like, so kind of going back to like kind of like why I started streaming. When I originally started streaming, I started on Twitch. I was only playing Warzone. I wish the stuff I was doing now I did then. because like I'm posting on social media every day. I'm doing all this extra stuff. When I first started, I was streaming. I was one of those guys because I had friends. You had to play Warzone. Warzone's gonna get you the followers, the views.
Yeah.
I was in Warzone like 4 days a week, 5 days a week, streaming after work on Twitch. And then I was still kind of learning how to do how everything works. And then I got pushed. Like I had a friend, oh dude, you had to come over to Facebook gaming. Gaming. And that was the worst mistake I've ever made as a streamer content creator. I went to Facebook gaming for a bit and I definitely felt like I had I won't lie, like some streams were pretty good. I had a decent following. But when I didn't play Warzone, it was like a ghost town.
Yeah.
Like I felt like Facebook gaming was very big on either FPS games for Warzone, Fortnite, or sometimes I was like Grand Theft Auto, that online. Those are very big on Facebook. And I was more like, I want to play a story-based game. I want to play a horror-based game or whatever, sci-fi game. And I had people going, why are you playing this trash? Play Warzone. And it's like, no, like I'm gonna play what I want. And then it's like, oh, well, I'm going to unfollow you. Okay, then good. I don't care, But again, going to Facebook, I definitely shot myself in the foot.
Yeah.
And it was because of that. I was, like I said, streaming 4 or 5 days a week doing that. I got burnt out. And it got really crappy where to the point where I was making excuses not to stream. I'll be like, oh, I'm kind of tired today. Or, hey guys, I'm not feeling too good. Or my computer is acting up right now. And to find, I stopped streaming for like 6 months.
Oh, wow.
And then I picked up streaming again this year in February.
Yep, nice.
And I've been consistent ever since then. I've been more smart about it, doing 3 days a week. That's it.
Yep.
No more, no less. And definitely, and with TikTok, was pushing all the content out, on other platforms as well.
TikTok is definitely the king of self-marketing and self-promotion at the moment.
Oh, it really is. It's like, I don't know how many times I've lost count where like I'll get a new viewer, a new like first time viewer, first time chatter. Hey, I found you on TikTok. I thought I'd come by and say hi. The hard part is with that though is like, you like, it feels like for every 50, 100 views you get on a video, maybe 1 or 2 would trickle over.
No, definitely,
The hard part is getting that attention from TikTok to Twitch.
Yeah, that's the hardest part, creating that funnel to get people to go over to the other side. And I guess that's where I've sort of taken a bit of advice from the likes of Morph and Pastor Gaines. Create those calls to action and be obvious about it. Like, hey, I do this on Twitch, I do that on Twitch. Come follow me over there. My link's here, blah, blah, blah. See you there. I'm playing this, doing this. Come on over and watch. And also, like, the TikTok lives, they help a lot with that as well.
See, I have not, I guess so I obviously, I have the requirements to go live on TikTok.
Yeah.
I've never done a live on TikTok. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the fact that I just having a secondary camera there, because I know me that it would be hard for me to focus on the game and on the Twitch chat than trying to focus on the TikTok chat.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel bad if I do that and I ignore, you know what I mean? Like just ignoring them, but I try not to. I think with practice I can get used to it, but.
Mr. Osiris said here, what I've noticed with clips for TikTok is if you don't have the best part or the catch right at the start, people scroll past within 2 seconds. And, that's right. Like, people have a short attention span. So you really got to have something that pops out, like a bright word above your head that says the hook. That's the hook to catch the fish, so to speak.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Like, if you don't get, like, between, like, 2 or 3 seconds of their attention, they scroll on,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's why like you have videos with like 1,000+ views and like 2 likes.
Yeah.
But TikTok, you need a hook. I feel YouTube have a little bit more.
Yeah, they definitely do on YouTube. Like a bit more patience, but they got a lot more toxicity, as Aaron said a little bit earlier.
That's why, like going back to that, like you said, like I make funny, relatable stuff on TikTok, which is the past year has been really great. It's been really good for my channel, and people like it. But that same, I mean, it's helped me break 100 subs on like subscribers on YouTube. but it's just, I guess it was just more the cost of like my anxiety.
Yeah.
It's like
deal with that.
every time I post on YouTube, I'm just like I open the app, I'm just like, oh gosh, what now?
Don't look. Don't look.
Don't look. Oh, I'll see the notification for like one comment. I'm like, oh god, here it is, and I'd be like, LOL or I hate you.
Yeah, right. That. Well, look, why don't you go die? This is stupid.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, dude, I'm sorry. My 5-second video just ruined your whole life, you know?
Right. So Lauren's got a question for us here. Let me pop that up. Did that work? Well, you know.
Do you think increasing gaming content on TikTok will help your YouTube content? You know what? That's a good question. I feel like I don't know if I ever had anyone actually go from TikTok to my YouTube page. It's usually goes straight from TikTok to my Twitch page, and hopefully from there they find the link to my YouTube. But to be honest, I don't think I ever really push my YouTube on TikTok, so I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it comes back to that funneling part of it. You know, if you create a video or a TikTok that's aimed at funneling people into your YouTube, then I guess that's more likely to happen.
I think like going to that is like, I think I forgot, I saw a long time ago, it was more the fact that like you should make different type of content for different type of platforms. Because I remember, so what was that one? There was that one app, that one social media app that kind of died out. Oh gosh, had that little like astronaut dude.
Hover,
yeah, there we go, Hover. So I jumped on that real quick, but that died out real quick too.
It really did.
And I would post, so like at the like earlier in the year, I'd be posting, I'll be on TikTok, post a YouTube, and I post a Hover, right? Yep. And multiple times I would get a comment on my TikTok saying, "Hey, I saw this video earlier on Hover, or I saw this video on YouTube." And I'm like, oh, that's cool. But it got me thinking, it's like, yeah, hey, that's cool. You're seeing my content on multiple platforms, but it's the same content though. You know what I mean? Like I could be doing something a little bit different for YouTube, something different for, well, not for Hover no more, because you know Hover was just a glorified follow for follow. That's all it was.
Yeah, it definitely was. And I was just about to say the exact same thing. Hover was essentially a follow for follow site where a lot of people wouldn't even pay too much attention to your videos. They'd just follow you, then follow the next person, and the next person. I mean, I was guilty of doing that on there myself. You know?
Oh no, the same here. Like I would go on Hover and like I would just scroll, you know, and yeah, you know, and I'm pretty sure like everyone was doing that. Like I don't think Hover was. I mean, power to the people who truly believed in it, but I just don't think there was any genuine connections on there at all.
No, not at all. Well, I only ever had one person come from Hover to my Twitch, only one, and I was on there for a good couple of months, and I was just like, no, to hell with this thing. I'm going back to TikTok.
No, for reals. I think I've had one or two, like whatever, from Hover come in, and be honest, never seen them since.
Yeah.
Haven't seen them since, and it's like I get it, you know, that you try to come over, play the networking card, but it's more than just making a one-time 5-second appearance. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You know, and you got to hang around and have a bit of a conversation, get to know someone, and then they're more than likely going to follow you, so long as you're getting along. You know.
Exactly. You know,
have some similarities.
You don't jump in someone's stream and be like, "Hey, dude. Like, what are you playing? Oh, that game's trash. You're trash. This place is trash."
yeah. It's just like, all right, well, piss off.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's no follow. There's no connection made. There's no future friendship being built out of that. It's just, okay, you're a piece of shit. Bye.
Yeah. I think, you know, minus from like Hover, like I mean, obviously TikTok has been probably the best, like you said, the best app so far.
Yeah.
I love using Twitter though. I've made some good connections with Twitter.
Yeah.
I've had maybe one or two people from YouTube come to my channel, but it's been usually just TikTok. And honestly, if it wasn't for TikTok, I have no idea where I'd be at right now with this.
Oh, me too. Like TikTok, I mean, you can use it to put out your gaming clips. You can use it to do these funny, silly clips where you're like, you know, what is it, lip syncing to a sound or a voice or something like that. You can do some cool transitional stuff if you want to. There's so much you can do on TikTok that gives people a sense of who you are as a person, mixed in with what you like to play and what you like to provide in your streams, which is what makes it such an ideal place.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I like going back to what I said earlier about, about my TikToks, like I get a lot of comments on a lot of my videos going like, oh, I can relate to this. Oh, how relatable, and it's like, that's the whole point. It's just like, like we're all, as gamers, we all come in streamers, we all come across the same issues, and they're stupid and annoying, but we all suffer together,
Absolutely. And that's what it's about, being relatable to people that see these things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where everything starts.
Yeah, that's how, like, with you, Beard Nova, Morph, all of them, I come across their videos, and it was actually like a few weeks ago, Morph messaged me on Twitter saying, I've seen you all over TikTok and Twitter. just be on my stream already.
yeah, and that's it. And like Morph, he notices people too, and he knows when they're making big moves, and he's like, okay, you've got something that you can provide to viewers. And he tends to be like, hey, come on my stream, I want you to share this and share what you've learned and your knowledge with my community, and and then he gives back some knowledge to the community that you pull in as well.
Yeah. No, I think, I totally agree. I think for me right now, like I guess continuing with TikTok is like, I made a post like a few days ago on my story about how I want to integrate more game clips, right?
Yeah.
And I won't lie, a part of me is nervous about doing that. Is just because I have, like, my followers have kind of an expectation of what kind of TikToks I make, and I'm afraid to put new content out there. They're, oh, well, this guy's moving away from that stuff. And it's like kind of like, oh, do I make another TikTok channel for that? And it's like, well, that's so much other work. And just like pretty much starting from scratch again. And I don't know. Like I said, TikTok's a great place. Is a great place, but it's scary because one little thing can kind of derail everything too.
Yeah, TikTok is a very niche sort of platform. Like, if you're mixing it up a lot between, say, streamer advice, gaming clips, funny stuff, and all these very different sort of subjects, it can really throw off the algorithm. And that's kind of what I've done to mine, but mine's still, I don't know, it's based around my streaming still.
Yeah. But
there's different things in there which kind of mess up the algorithm a little bit.
That's why, like, I for a bit I was kind of planning on still like posting, like, because I post on TikTok. I post every day except Sundays. Sundays are my days where I make a batch of TikToks for the week.
Yep.
And I kind of had the plan of, like, I'm still gonna post my funny clips, like my funny relatable TikToks, like every day. Mm-hmm. But also like sprinkle in some game clips here and there, just see how it kind of slowly integrated into the channel, and before people are like, hey, no, fuck you, die, and kind of avoid that dumpster fire. But we'll see, again, because it's more aimed towards like doing Star Citizen videos. That's what I've been really wanting to do, and pretty much my YouTube is primary going to be just doing Star Citizen content, loadout videos, tips and tricks, whatever. And at the same time, I'm kind of like, rambling on here, but kind of going on with the, like, do I just keep it separated or do I try to integrate it,
Yeah. I mean, I've basically been trying to do the same thing recently. I've got my silly stuff and I'm starting to release my gameplay. Everything is Marty's mum, thank you very much for the follow. I'll be the one to tuck you in at night. And if you want to leave, howdy. I can guarantee you won't find nobody else like me. I'm a big fan of my own follow sound. I love that.
I dig it. Respect.
Uncle Cracker. That's great.
I haven't heard of Uncle Cracker in forever, dude.
Right? As soon as I see the sound, I was like, oh, I have to have that as my follow sound. It is a must.
Oh, gosh. But we should do like maybe another time or whatever, but like I would love to, because it seems like you're big into music, right?
I do like my music, yep.
Cool. Because I'm a musician myself. You see the guitar in the background there.
I do, yeah. I did see that. I've seen it a few times and been like, ooh.
I got a guitar there. I have an electric over here. I have 2 basses hanging up on the wall over here.
Oh, nice.
I'm playing a band, but
oh wow.
Yeah, I'm very busy. I stream 3 days a week. 1 day a week I have band practice. I write music. I have 2 days for my wife. I try to give her some time and hang out with her.
Yep.
And then, but while doing that, trying to still find time to edit, which is the pain in the butt right now. That's my biggest issue is finding the time to edit.
The balance is real.
But yeah, I would love to pick your brain with music, because like I said, I could talk about music all day.
Yeah, I mean, I have a very diverse taste in music. I'll go from everything from the Rat Pack of Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra to Slipknot, Pantera, Tool, all those sorts of songs, and then I'll be bouncing back to my Aussie hip hop like Bliss and Esso and Hilltop Hoods, and then my more American based hip hop rap groups like the classics, Tupac, Biggie, Eazy-E, all those ones, and I'm all over the place.
I might not be big on rap, but I do respect it. I respect the art. I respect it. I do I love Beastie Boys. I listen to Beastie Boys a lot. I do like NWA.
Oh, love it.
Ice Cube.
Love it.
Love that stuff. But I guess I fall more under punk rock music, and actually one of my favorite bands of all time is from Australia. They're called The Living End.
Yep, The Living End, great band.
I've seen those guys in the States a few times. Back when they toured over here, these guys are from Australia. They don't come here too often. I gotta catch them while they're here.
Oh yeah. I'm not even sure whereabouts in Australia exactly they're from, but I think it was Western Australia somewhere. I think off the top of my head. So but a great group. Just like AC/DC, they come from Australia as well. They started off in a garage just like The Living End did.
Yeah.
So,
and there's just all good music everywhere. I think that's one thing too I love about music is the bands are from all around the world. Just everyone just has their own style, but it all sounds great.
It does. It really, really does. So where was I here in the list? There we are. As a streamer, what has been your greatest challenges so far that you've come across?
So the biggest one is for me is just time management. Time management has been my biggest one right now. Just and I'll be honest, there's been times where I'm just guys, I'm gonna stop playing music for a bit, just focus on this, but then I feel like I'm letting those guys down, so and I hate letting people down. So that's why I'm always kind of okay. Usually we meet every Monday after I get off work, and I'm cool. I go home, see my wife for 15 minutes, grab my guitar or bass, whatever I'm playing that night, and then head over there. And I don't get home till 9:30, and I'm cool. Wake up the next day, cool. I get home from work, have about an hour and a half before I start streaming. So I usually try to do some edits before that, stream, get off, do some little things afterwards, go to bed, work. And Wednesdays, I usually try to do most of my edits. Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturday mornings when I don't, because I don't have anything to do Saturday mornings for the most part. So I usually try to spend much of my time working on it. But at the same time, once I'm doing it for so long, is that burnout comes, and I'll catch myself on my couch in my living room watching a movie, just kind of I need to step back from the computer for a bit and focus. I'm going to make some content that I'm not going to like, and it's going to be trash.
Yeah, I definitely feel that too. The balance is definitely a very hard part of it. Trying to balance life, relationships, friends, and all those things all into one.
No, it really is, because I have I know friends here too that want to hang out, and it's just no time. It's no time. And best example is this Saturday, this Saturday coming up, I'm doing a just chatting stream the day before, the weekend of Halloween. So obviously it's kind of a big deal. I want to talk about horror movies, I want to talk about monsters, and I'm actually doing a kiddie pool stream, so I'm gonna be sitting in a pool outside for a bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we're in South Dakota, and like it's been like 30 degrees, so
Ooh. Wait,
so it's gonna be great.
are you guys Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit, Celsius? I honestly I don't even know. I'm dumb when it comes to that kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie. Stone, I think Stoney's watching. What are we?
Well, I always get confused because, you know, I'll hear people over in the States, where pretty much anywhere except for Canada, because I know they're in Celsius, but anywhere in the States,
We're
and like,
Fahrenheit.
oh, it's you're
We're
Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
Okay.
Yeah, we're Fahrenheit. You
But-
can do it, Marty's mom. You could do it indoors.
You
No,
could?
the pool's too big, and I don't want to get water in my room.
That's
and
fair.
you-
Too many
guys-
electricals.
and Stoney's kind of so my mod Stoney's gonna sit in the pool with me. He's kind of a tall
Nice.
dude, so he's gonna be splashing around. You know, it's just can't have that in here. Has to be outside.
I'm going to have to tune in for that one. I have to see that.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But we're gonna start it out there for about like an hour or so until we freeze, you know, parts of our bodies off, and then we're gonna bring it in here, and then we're gonna talk about like I said, like horror movies, our favorite like we're gonna go like my favorite movies, his favorite movies, our favorite monsters, lores, you know, stuff like that, and
Yeah.
kind of go which on my channel we have this thing called Pass or Trash, where my
Okay.
community will submit like their favorite whatever the topic is, and I
Okay.
pass judgment on them.
That sounds fun.
I pass judgment. I'm like, oh well, what song is this? This doesn't pass the vibe check. This is straight trash.
Okay, I might have to get involved in that. That sounds fun.
it's a really good community, and I think it usually brings out a lot of laughs. You know, we usually do it for the most part. It's been memes. Like all my community will submit their favorite memes, and we go through it.
Nice.
And so some of them are very bad, like bad. Some are really funny.
Marty's mum says that you passed all of her submissions.
Marty's mom passed the vibes check for sure.
Oh, that
Always,
there you go.
always pass the vibe check.
And Wokeeper or Stoney says that 30 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 1.1 degrees Celsius. So
Yeah.
I say to that, fuck that.
Yeah.
You would not catch me anywhere near water in those temperatures. I did it once at a hot pool.
It's gonna be a hot pool.
Yeah, we've got a place up here called Hanama Springs where it's thermal hot pools.
Okay.
And it was probably about -3, -4. And I was in these
Okay.
hot pools that were like 24, 25 degrees Celsius, nice and warm, you know. And I jumped out, my whole body just froze up, my muscles seized, and I was just like, fuck. And like my partner, she's like, come on, we'll get inside and get changed. It's like, I can't move. I'm just trying to keep warm by tensing all my muscles. I was just like, shit.
There's a place not too far, probably by an hour from here. It's in a city called Hill City, South Dakota. There's like this little like a spa area, right? But it has outdoor pools, but it's all natural hot springs though.
Nice.
And my wife and I went there for our anniversary last month, and I want to go there when it's like snowing out, because I think that'd be cool snowing out in the natural hot spring.
Yep.
But I don't know. I hate driving in the snow. I'm a California boy, a Southern California boy, born and raised, living in here now with the snow. So I've been here 5 years, and I still get anxiety driving in the snow.
Oh, I bet. Well, we don't so much as get snow here in the city here, but like we drive 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and we're at ski fields, you know. So it does get cold enough here. What is up, Chopster? Welcome in, dude. But you know, we still get into like -3s and stuff like that. But nothing quite like what you guys get, that's for sure.
So I have a tradition every year. Since I lived here, at least once, I will slip on ice and fall down.
Oh God.
Once a year, at least, I would slip on black ice, like walking from my car to work or walking from my car home, and I will slip and fall on my ass. And yeah, it's been great.
I've seen some crack up videos from the States of people, you know, they're shoveling snow or something in the driveway. Next thing you know, they're doing like running on the spot trying to keep their balance, and then bang, flat on their back. Basically like something out of Home Alone. It's great. I love watching you guys just struggle in the snow. It really makes me glad to be here where it's just a little bit warmer.
Last weekend, we had kind of a freeze over, and like I was just walking from my house, my driveway, not even that long, my car, right? I stepped on my driveway. I wasn't even like I stood still and I was sliding down the driveway.
Jesus.
And my driveway has not even like a barely like not even a little bit of a slant, and I was like, this is gonna be a horrible day.
It's a sign.
I'm calling out from work. I ain't gonna risk it. Nope.
Fair enough. So going back to the question, so balance is definitely one of the hardest things for us. You know, even though I'm not working, I get that too. You know, between spending time with my partner, supporting others, editing content, and streaming, there's definitely a balance there for all of us that's unique to us as people as well.
Yep.
So it's hard. It's definitely hard out there. And, you know, I've found for myself, writing down a basic schedule helps me with that. You know, like Mondays, generally Sundays and Mondays I'll generally have as a day to myself and my partner. And then Tuesdays I'm usually modding for Morph. Wednesdays is today doing this. Thursdays Seed Thieves. Fridays is Assassin's Creed Fortnite. And then Saturdays, you know, I'll be out there supporting others again. At night times I'll be out there supporting and also batching content on TikTok or wherever as well. But yeah, it's about organising yourself and trying to do the best you can with what you have, you know. Exactly.
So like, trying to making that like I'm so bad because I will make a schedule too, and like I'm so bad at sticking to schedules some days, because some days I'll have like no motivation, and some days I'll wake up, I'm like, oh bam, let's do this, like go, you know.
Yep.
For some reason I'll be motivated as hell, but
I definitely get that. You know, some days you just wake up with a rocket up your ass and you just want to do everything and anything all at once, whereas other days you wake up and just be like, no, I'm staying in bed.
No, exactly. And those days are the worst, because I noticed like those days are the days where I don't work and I actually have all day to do stuff.
Yeah.
But I am least motivated. But then I'll be like, I'll wake up before work and I'm just like, I have an hour before I need to leave for work. Now I have all this energy I want to pump out all this content, you know. And sometimes I'll do that. Like I'll make a TikTok while I'm walking out the door to go to work. Yep. And I'm like, cool, shut everything down, turn on the lights, run to my car and take off, you know.
For sure. So what was the next thing I was going to hear? The one that I wasn't sure about. How do you balance your streaming, content creation, and being a dad? You know, just before we started stream, we were talking about you and your son, and you know, streaming and all that.
So that's like with my son, my son lives with his mom in California. So there is that, we do have that distance, which makes it hard. And it's hard. It comes to the point where I do have times when I call him, like,
for sure.
And like we FaceTime like almost like every other day, and sometimes I'll be like he'll call me during stream sometimes, and obviously I'm not gonna ignore his call, you know. But guys, I'll be right back, hold on. Or I've answered a few times on stream, and I could tell he's just like, oh, Dad.
Yeah.
He's 9 years old, and he thinks it's funny that I stream. Like he thinks it's funny that I'm a streamer, and like because he watches streamers, but he watches being 9 years old, he watches a lot of Minecraft streamers and a lot of Roblox streamers, you know. And I told him, he's like what do I play? I'm like Star Citizen, you know. Trying to explain Star Citizen to a 9-year-old is over his head. Just like he's like, Dad, I don't know what you're saying, but just stop talking.
A bit like trying to explain physics to a 9-year-old, you know. They're just like, what? No.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, and then I'll play the game when I'm not streaming. I'll have it on FaceTime, and I'll be, hey, look at this shit, and he's just like, cool, like he has no interest whatsoever in it. But then we do play. Me and him, we play. He has Pokemon cards.
Oh, nice.
And I have Pokemon cards here, so like we have our face cams up, and we'll play like a game of Pokemon.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, he's obsessed with Pokemon, which is just it blows my mind, because like when I was his age, I was obsessed with Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
And I always tell him, he's like, he tries to school me on Pokemon. I'm like, hey kid, I'm one of the original trainers. Pump the brakes.
You're preaching to a master, okay?
I was there when the rules were written, okay?
I was there when they were written on the tablet of gold stone, all right?
Exactly.
I was going to ask if you have, your OG Pokemon cards from back in the day.
I have some of them, not all of them.
Nice.
Which sucks because I'm like when I was younger, we moved around a lot. And my brother, my brother, he has some of my cards too. So me and him, like we grew up together, obviously, and we have we have a collection of cards together. And in his collection, he has I think he still has a foil Charizard.
Really?
Yeah, and he's holding on to that. He's holding on for a special occasion.
That's a good idea.
I'm like, yeah, save that, because me and my brother were huge hockey fans, and like we're gonna sell that card and we're gonna buy the LA Kings hockey team.
Nice.
And that's it. And I'll retire.
If I had known back when I was a kid how much certain Pokemon cards or even nuts. NBA player cards would blow up today,
oh yeah,
I'd probably be living in a mansion by now with some of the ones that I had back then. But
I remember, so the one we have, the Charizard we have, it's not a first edition Charizard, which I was actually, it's funny, yesterday I was talking to my bandmates about the Pokemon cards, and we looked online, and like recently at an auction, a first edition Charizard went for like 420,000.
Jesus Christ.
At an auction. I'm like, that's nuts. Who's spending that kind of money on cardboard?
Right?
Yeah.
But, oh
It's
my
insane.
God. We would, honestly, the cars we had as kids, if we had kept them in pristine condition, we'd be so rich.
Oh yeah, like think about it now. Like we just when you're younger, you don't think about sleeves, and then you just have cool cards, and like you have like a foil Zapdos all scratched up. It was still cool because it was Zapdos,
Yeah, get curious as a kid and start scratching at the foil with a key or a coin. It's like, I wonder what that does.
Yeah. And I mean, I still have, so I do have I have a sealed copy of Pokemon Blue.
Oh wow.
Game. That's I haven't checked how much that goes for in a while, but last I checked was like 300. But
Building up.
Yeah, it's building up. I'm saving that too. I'm gonna have my Pokemon themed Lamborghini one day. Don't worry.
How'd you get that selling Pokemon cards?
Pokemon cards, games. It's all good.
So, what advice would you give to other streamer parents, if you were to give any? If someone was to ask you, what do I do?
I have actually a lot of friends that stream who have kids, and so I haven't had the challenge of having a kid in the house when I stream, but I see friends, and the thing is, like, friends who've done it, and it's like you just can't, kids are gonna do their own thing, you can't control them.
No.
You can't control. As best you think you do, they control you, and like you can't get mad. Like I don't know how many times I see even like big streamers like again Stone Mountain, the guy one of the biggest streamers in the world, Average Dad, one of the biggest streamers out there, and their kids always walks in on them while they're streaming, and they don't get mad. It's just life. You're a dad. You're a dad. You don't have personal space anymore.
No, that's right. And like a lot of the parents that stream that I spoke to, they're just like, it's your family, it's part of you and who you are, so why not make them part of your stream? Like bring in your son or daughter, sit them on your lap, and play some games together or whatever, or talk to this chat, and they can ask questions or whatever, touch buttons and change scenes on you. It all becomes part of the content that you're putting out and part of who you are and what you do.
Exactly.
I don't have kids myself, but that's just something that I seem to hear a lot of when I do speak to parents who stream.
Yeah, it's like you say, like they control you as much as you think you do them. No. You just gotta embrace it. Just have fun with it. You can't get mad at it.
Absolutely. So moving on to something that's a bit more networking and growth based. What, in your opinion, is networking? The word networking gets thrown around a lot and flogged half to death, and some people lose track of the meaning of what it actually is.
I think the issue with that, like with networking, that most people now think networking as, hey, I follow you, you follow me.
Yep.
And networking, is actually building that connection. Is like prime example, like you and me. We like I come on your stream, you come on my stream. We follow, we interact with each other on Twitter, on TikTok, and we build that connection. It's not just, hey, thanks for the follow, I'm gonna follow you back, but I'm never gonna watch your channel.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not just a what's the term, not a fake follow, like a hollow follow, whatever. You know what I mean?
Hollow follow, yeah.
A hollow follow, you know,
Yeah.
which is, and I think the way that you and I did it, and like the way I did it with almost all the streamer friends I made, you know, is just building a genuine friendship, you know, and it's not like you don't have that thought of like how can I use this person?
Yeah.
How can I use this person for my own clout, for my own growth?
Yeah.
You know,
which is the wrong way to look at it. And Universal Catboy he said support for support is just as bad as follow for follow, and I couldn't agree with that more as well.
I think, and I see that all the time on Twitter. I see people, you know, they join these Discord groups for like, hey, we're live, like, and like it's like, if so and so is live, you have to go into their channel, and you have to raid into this channel, and then they alternate, and which is it's just insane to me, you know.
Yeah.
And I've seen people, you know, post like they air out their dirty laundry on Twitter about it, like, oh, I wasn't able to stream today, now I'm getting flack by this little support community. And I'm like, I just don't understand it, you know. And
No.
why would you put yourself in that situation where you have to be in someone's stream, you have to raid this said person, when it's like, you know what, maybe I want to raid someone else, and maybe I want to branch out to someone else, you know.
No, I'm not going to put myself into somebody's stream just because a support group says that I have to be. I want to be there because I like the person, I like their content, I like what they talk about, and you know, the way they interact. I don't want to just go in there and they're sitting there silent, staring at the camera, playing a game that I have no relation to.
You know, and thing is, that's like half those channels. Like I don't mean to bash on these smaller streamers, like, but like I would check out some of these channels, and it's just, you know, you have the camera where like you just maybe see their eyes and above, and they're just sitting there playing Warzone, not interacting with the chat, not even talking. And sometimes you get the guys. I mean, I get not everyone can afford a webcam, you know.
That's
not
right.
Everyone can afford a webcam. Not everyone can do, but at least have some sort of interaction with the chat, not just play the game and hopefully the chat blows up by itself, you know. I follow a lot of people. I only watch the people when and where. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Like I follow a lot of people, and like usually, like I guess my toxic trait is whoever follows me on Twitch, I usually follow them back. Just, you know, out of, you know, we'll follow whatever, cool, you know. And it's it sucks. I can't. It kind of, again, I think another struggle of being a streamer is finding the time to hang out in other people's streams too. You know, that's hard, because then you're like, you know what, I'm really cool friends with this guy, I'm gonna go watch his channel. But then I see someone smaller, and I'm like, you know, I should go check out their channel, which I try to go around it as much as I can. And then like which I'm so bad, I am so bad at raiding now. I always forget to raid out, but I have a sticky note now that says to raid out stupid, you know.
Yeah.
And so and that's too, you know, like you try to raid out to small channels, you know, and try to help out people. But yeah, but going back to like, you know, like networking, and I feel like that's the way to do it though. You know, you help each other out, throw in raids here and there, you know, try to get your community, you want to introduce your community to the streamer, you know.
Absolutely. You know, that's why I like doing this. You know, it's I feel like doing these types of streams are mutually beneficial. You know, like your community gets to pop in and get to know who I am, and my community get to know you as well as a streamer and content creator. And you know, hopefully some of my community drop you a follow and come and check out some of your content. You know, that's the aim. Like, there's a mutual benefit in these sorts of streams.
I think that's one thing I do love about my community is that, like, when we do raid out, like, it'd be on, just being real, like when I raid out, yeah, you know, do I expect like half the people to drop off? Yes. You know, not like, you know, if I have like 10, 15 viewers, you know, do I expect like 5, 6 of them to fall off during the raid? Yeah, I do.
Really
it's just real life, you know. Not everyone wants to hang out with someone else, but my community, for the most part, when they do go over, they're very interactive. Hey, how's it going? You know, what game are you playing? And it's always great when I see another streamer smile from my community, making them happy. You know? So, you know, like sharing the love.
So Universal Catboy's got a question here for us. Do you think Twitch is becoming more cliquey, where everyone has their little circles they interact with, and don't go out much past that? I think so. You know, sometimes that is the case. People have their groups, their cliques, their circles that they'd like to stay within, and that tends to happen a lot within the support for support servers. And there's nothing wrong with having those groups, but you also got to be prepared to branch out and find other people.
Exactly, and like I totally agree. Like I do notice sometimes, like with some big streamers, that they're very closed. They're closed off. Like they have their own. It's like their own gated community.
Yeah.
And they don't allow others in or out. And it's like cool. Like you guys always pumping each other, which is awesome. You want to support your friends, but yeah, there's times where like these big streamers are only going to raid certain streamers. They don't really care about exposing newer streamers, younger streamers, and I don't know. I'm more like, I like the fact that if I can help someone smaller, branch out, I definitely would. I think it's all a team effort.
Oh, really?
And having just a gated community, you're only like cool and all, but it doesn't really help anyone.
Oh no, are you for real?
No.
Yeah, no,
But I do think Twitch is going that route though. Like,
Definitely.
very clicky.
Please don't die.
Definitely. And like I've noticed certain groups within, say, Dead by Daylight communities tend to stay with Dead by Daylight communities. Phasmophobia communities tend to stay with Phasmophobia communities. Warzone communities stay with Warzone communities. So you do have these groups, but as I said, you just have to be prepared to want to branch out and see other things, actually, talk to other people.
It's funny you say that, because like I think it was my last stream I was playing Alien Isolation and I ended up playing Vampire Survivors, but then I raided out to a smaller streamer playing Cyberpunk. Just a different game, like, and the thing is, like, because I know community members in my group like Cyberpunk, and it was just it just mix it up, like not everyone's gonna play the same games, and it's kind of boring when we just watch the same games over and over and over again.
Yeah, well, sometimes when I raid out, I'll raid out someone who's playing the same game. But also sometimes when I raid out, I'll be like, hey, this person does stuff that I really enjoy, that I think's really cool. I want you guys to go check it out. You might like it.
Yeah.
So I like to raid out on that sort of aspect of things as well. And sometimes I raid out as a, hey, I've got a friend of mine, they're sitting at low views at the moment, so let's go give them a boost and make their day.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just kind of like, because I know, like, I'm like nowhere near like say, oh, like a huge streamer, like I get like on a good day I'll get like 10 to 15 viewers. Sometimes I'll hit that 20 mark, but like even when I get rated, I still like oh my god, thank you so much, that fucking bright, it makes me happy, Yeah. And then like I love sharing the love, because like you never fails. You send a raid and they always light up like, oh my gosh, like thank you so much. Yeah. And I mean, I'm still waiting for the day where I rate someone and they're just like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like, yo, you know what? I take that raid back.
Right. But it makes you feel, as we grow as streamers, and if you raid someone that's got lower viewers and it makes their day, it makes you feel good that you're able to help someone, make someone smile, make someone happy, get them excited,
Yeah.
So that they can feel a sense of accomplishment. That's all, folks. A sense of accomplishment as well. And as Lauren said, she thinks it's helpful to have a community that can help you branch out too. For us shy people, exactly. That's a great thing to do as well. Branch out and meet new people through these raids. You meet people in the chat as well, not just a streamer, but other people in their chats. You get to have a conversation with new people, possibly make a new connection, possibly make a new friend, which is a great thing. That's what I really enjoy about this whole streaming thing. You're constantly meeting new people. It's brilliant.
Oh, I know. Like, I think one of the best examples I have for that is like my community. Like, I forgot how it went, but like Marty's mom is a fellow streamer.
Yep. And
I forgot. I don't. It's either we rated them or they rated us. But yeah, my community like loves Marty's mom. Like, she's a big part of the community with us now, and and they all become really good friends. All, like her and like, all my community is awesome. I love that we build that connection.
Yep. And it's really great to see that happening too from the streamer point of view. People in your chat, you see them all chatting away, getting along, not even talking about the stream. They're just talking about their own stuff.
Oh yeah, they don't care about the streamer at that point. They're having fun themselves, and I'm like, cool. You guys have that. I'm playing my game. You guys chit chat amongst yourselves, whatever.
Exactly, but that's a good thing. So Universal Catboy says, I feel my branching out is I follow with one creator, they'll tell me about another cool creator, and the cycle continues. So I'm slowly just building it all up from word of mouth. Word of mouth is great. Word of mouth, it's much like advertising a business. Word of mouth is more valuable than seeing it on social media because it's coming from someone you trust already.
It's coming from some of like because you're like, if I'm gonna vouch for you as a streamer, I believe in you. I believe in what you're doing.
Exactly.
And I feel like you should be part of my community, and my community will love what you're doing.
Marty's mum says, I found most of my favorite creators through Erhiin. And that's just it. And, that's exactly what we're talking about. You find people that you enjoy more because someone who you get along with, someone who you enjoy their content in the first place, is like, hey, they're doing something cool. Let's go check them out. I think you'll like them. You end up liking them. You got a new creator that you enjoy watching. And you're finding more friends in their chat because you're hanging out with them.
Exactly.
And as Universal Catboy said, it's just a continuing cycle through those things. So it just tends to happen naturally once you get to a point.
Yeah, like after a while, you're just like, God, like I'm friends with all these new people now. Which, like, honestly, it just kind of hit me one day, like, wow, I have so many new friends.
Yeah,
I didn't really expect it. It's like, yeah, maybe they're not the greatest people. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Beggars can't be choosers, okay?
Nick Minute, unfollow. No,
unfollow. Yep. Okay, guys, that was it. It's been fun.
So, what advantages versus disadvantages? Why can't I English right now? Thank you very much. I appreciate that sub. I really hope that I'm saying your name right. I really do.
Don't worry, I don't even know how to say his name right. I've been friends with him forever, and he's my mod.
I'm just going to say Stony. I'm going to say
that's it, yeah. Stony.
So let me try to rephrase this in English. What advantages versus disadvantages does social media have for streamers, in your opinion? There we go.
I mean, in my case, like, social media has been nothing but positive, for the most part. Like, blowing my channel up, uploading, using TikTok, Twitter, and all that stuff. And I mean, it does have its for me, like me personally, like the downsides with it is, not so much on TikTok anymore. It's mostly YouTube, where every time I post, I do get this a sudden urge of anxiety, just because, again, like how we talked about earlier, how toxic YouTube Shorts can be, and YouTube in general. And so sometimes I'll post on there on YouTube, and I'll be sitting there like 5-10 minutes, like crap. Oh, this sucks. It's gonna suck. And then, but then I find myself deleting it because I'm afraid of the backlash, of something I posted. And it's like nothing even bad. It's just like one of my stupid TikToks,
Yeah.
But the advantages definitely have been more outweighed the disadvantage, as like, if you're not using social media for your streaming platform, you're not helping yourself at all. Like, right. Yep. Like you're not going to grow at all. You have to use social media now. You just can't stream and expect to grow. You have to, it's like, I don't know. Like I spend most of my time on social media. I spend more time on social media and editing than I do actual streaming.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
and that's just how it is, though.
Yeah. Like Twitch supply 30% discoverability, but that 30% discoverability is scattered over what, 200 million streamers?
Yep. And that's if you're playing like a super saturated game too,
Yeah.
It's like, I want to be a Fortnite streamer or a Warzone streamer. Like, all power to you. Like, I'm not gonna bash you for what you want to do, but the likelihood of that working out for you are not in your favor.
Definitely not. Yeah, so that's where we have to be our own advertisers and just put everything out there. This is what I'm playing, when I'm playing it, who I'm playing with. Viewers are welcome to join. Whatever. Boom. Social media everywhere.
I think for me, like one of the hardest things, like, I guess a concept I always try to get around is like, oh, you have to be unique, right? But like at a certain point, there's, like you said, over like 2 million streamers,
Yeah.
How can you be unique over with 2 million others? And like, it's just, everything's been done. Anything you think of, like the only thing I can think of is, I started streaming in like a chicken costume or something, and having like acrobats behind me with the flame twirling around,
Right, some flamethrowers.
Exactly. And yeah, but I don't know. They said that if you're not using social media, you're really shooting yourself in the foot.
Absolutely.
And disadvantages, I can't really think of any unless you're dumb and post something stupid and
Yeah.
you know, like you post something like that's not cool of you know you being like a jerk, being sexist, you know, and yeah, then you know you get canceled, and that's on you though, you know,
Yeah.
that's your own fault.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely more advantages than there is disadvantages. But sometimes
Mhm.
I just like to ask that question because sometimes people will find certain things that you really shouldn't do, or you know, things that they've done that have turned out bad that they might want to share.
Yeah, and I think too, like when it comes to social media, is like kind of I guess it'd be a disadvantage, like if you're using it, but I guess it's how you use it, you know, like if you're posting bad videos, bad content, you know, yeah, it's gonna hurt you in the long run because people are gonna see that type of stuff you're putting out,
Yeah.
and they're not gonna want to check you out anyway, you know, like. And this is kind of I don't know if this is like a hot topic or not, but I do see people that post like their stream summaries.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's cool, you know, if you want to do that, cool, again, all power to you. But when you're posting and you have like one viewer and like a max viewer of 2 or 3, it's like maybe hold off on that until you get a more established audience, you know. And I mean, like I said, if you want to do it, all power to you, but I just feel like that's kind of pushing you back because people are going to see that and be like, wow, like their channel really doesn't really draw attention. Why do I want to go watch that?
It can definitely have a negative impact. You know, I've done that literally once, and that was from my 12-hour stream that I did because it was a big sense of pride that I accomplished 12 hours, which I never thought I'd be
I don't
able
know.
to do.
My hip hurts thinking about that. Okay.
Yeah, right. And you know, I had so much love and support come out of that, and I was just so grateful. So I just wanted to put it up with a big old thank you thing on Twitter. You know, like because I was so grateful for everyone that came by for that. And you know, for me, it was a sense of pride, and I get that from people who are proud of having the 1 to 3 viewers. But
yeah. Thing is, like you say, like I'm not saying it like in a negative way.
No,
like it's more just like, you know, it's like, you know, all power to you. It's more the fact that like and this is gonna sound really bad, but like that's some people are gonna look at it that way though, you know.
Yeah, you do have to think about how other people perceive things.
Exactly.
You know,
and like it's even like like some of my like some of my stuff I post out there, you know, like I know for sure like there's a handful of people that probably see my face on TikTok that, oh, this asshole again, you know.
Yeah. So Marty Mum says, I post my stream summaries more for my own benefit. I would really love to look back and see the growth. I did mine for 12-hour stream as well. That was painful. I had to do easy content creation.
Yeah.
Catboy, I like looking back to when I started and seeing all the numbers slowly rise. Absolutely, it's so satisfying, and getting that sense of accomplishment from seeing those numbers grow throughout the weeks, months, years, it's a great thing to do because it really puts into perspective where you were as to opposed to where you are.
Oh yeah, definitely. Something I'll probably do. Like, I'll probably compare my numbers once I get closer to my year mark in February. Kind of like when I really got back into it, you know, and see, be like, wow, I gained 2 followers this year. Let's go. You know?
Well, anything's a gain, you know, whether it's
Exactly.
1 or 1,000, it's a gain.
It's a gain.
I don't care about the number.
It's a small victory, but it's a victory though.
Exactly. So you know, as a streamer, content creator, what extensions, resources, tools would you suggest to others that you use yourself, or that you've just, you know, that you've found?
So I guess I use for my like edits and stuff, I use a program called Movavi.
Okay.
It's good. The reason I like it a lot, it was a one-time payment. I bought it on sale for cheap.
Nice.
And because I used to have a Photoshop and the whole Adobe program, and it's don't get me wrong, Adobe's amazing. Like the programs, the software is amazing. But I was like, you know, if you're, you know, like me, you know, a small-time streamer, bills instead of the pay, you know, it's like paying that every month, you're just like, is it worth it right now? Being a small creator, you know, it really, in my opinion, it really isn't. But Movavi, cool, one-time purchase, boom, it's mine forever. And it has all the same bells and whistles and everything too. And I do all my stuff on that. I love that. I can't live without Canva. Canva is amazing.
Canva's great. I'll just use the free version, but even still, Canva on the free version is amazing. I can still do so much with it.
No, yeah, like I said, like I use Canva for everything. My wife uses Canva, so we do have the pro version. My wife bought the pro version because she does a lot of stuff on it, like a lot of like little like my wife's very DIY, do it yourself, like arts and crafts stuff. so I'm like, cool. I just piggyback off that and got the pro version. But yeah, I don't know what I'd be without it. I do everything on it, like my panels I made myself.
Oh, really?
On my about page I made those myself.
Nice.
And I'm trying to teach myself. Every time I mess with it, I teach myself newer stuff. Like I'm teaching myself how to use, like I want to get to the point where I can make my own overlays, my own animated overlays. I want to make my own emotes. I want to do everything myself. I want to be very self-sufficient, where I don't really have to reach out to having someone else make something for me or edit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely agree. And you know, the panels I've done in my about section as well, I also made them on Canva. You know, I'd use the template, and then I'd just change some things around, change some colors, change some text.
Yeah, it's really easy once you get the hang of it. Like you do that, like my logo, I made that on Canva. So like the little E I have, right? For Aaron, and I it's great because I use that as like a watermark on myself, like on my logo, my like my weekly schedule that I post on Twitter every Monday. Or today I posted it today. I was a day late. But yeah, it was easy to slap it on there, kind of make it a little transparent, so it's not completely distracting from like the schedule of games I have going on. Yeah, like I probably spend most as a content creator, I probably spend most of my time on Canva. You know.
Oh, me too. You know, like the promo video I'll put out for the stream today, all Canva. The whole thing I made in Canva.
Yeah, it's amazing. And then like I'm using Canva right now to make all my YouTube stuff, you know, like my YouTube like graphics and overlays for my videos. So and it's really easy to download it from Canva, and I import it to Movavi and literally just slap it over the video and it's good to go.
Nice. But like for my video editing, I'll make whatever I need to make on the computer, but then I transfer it all to my phone, and then I'll use a app called Filmora Go. You know, I'm just more comfortable doing the editing on my phone, kick back on the couch, relax. You know.
And I respect the process. I respect the process. For me, I gotta use my computer monitor. I gotta be right on it, you know. And,
but you know, I can still do a lot.
That's what I love about content creating, because like everyone has their own process.
They really do, yeah.
And it's always super interesting to learn how people do their stuff, you know. You know, and I always love learning, like, oh, so and so does it this way, so and so does it that way. It's always amazing because then I learn new tricks, you know, tips and tricks here and there too.
Yeah. You know? If people ask me, you know, oh, how do you do that? How do you do this? I'll always tell them, I'll send them screenshots of the apps I use on my phone. I'll send them, you know, links for the things I use on the PC, and I'll just say, you know, I'll do this and that there, and then I'll drag it over to my phone, and I'll do this and this there, and you know, this is the end product, and it works out 9 times out of 10 quite well, and that's just what works for me.
Yes, it's all a process, and like for me, like I said, like I told you earlier, like my biggest gripe right now for me is being a kind of perfectionist. So, like I said, I have like 3 to 5 videos for YouTube on deck. I'm just like, why aren't you great? My wife's like, no, they're good. I'm like, they could be better.
Yeah, I mean, that just comes back to that thing, you know, like, you can spend hours making a video for TikTok that gets next to no hits, but then you'll do a spur-of-the-moment video that actually means nothing to you, and it blows up, and it's like...
It's so funny you say that, because like I have some TikToks where I think I put so much thought into it, blah blah blah. I get like you know, a couple hits here and there, and then like the one video I have that's pinned to my account that has like, it was just me using the Blink-182 song, "Where Are You?" Right, and it had like 80,000 views. I was like, what the hell? Like, it blew up for no reason. It was like my dumbest video ever.
Like my most viewed video on TikTok is like 27,000 views, and all it was me duetting someone and turning my light switch on and off a few times. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding?
Dude, oh my gosh. Like, I guess like TikTok is such a weird place. And I noticed too, like the past few weeks, I don't know if you noticed it. I feel like it's like on some of my videos, I'd be like the algorithm is just weird. Like I post normally do, and some videos will have like 1,000+ views over the day, or I post a video and be like 5 to 10 views after like 5 hours, 6 hours, you know? And it's just like, it's weird. Like TikTok is a weird place.
It really is at the moment, and I've seen a lot of people where they're like, I'm getting more hits on a video that I made 6 months ago.
No, yeah, like I think actually today, like I was at work and kind of on my downtime, like scrolling through TikTok, and I had a handful of likes from videos I posted like a month ago. And I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, that's cool, I guess, but it's like these people are late to the party.
Yeah, you know, like I just don't understand TikTok. Just as I think I'm getting a grip on the algorithm and the way it does things, it's like, guess again.
So let me ask you real quick, how do you feel? Because I'm seeing Universal Catboy. You can post 3 videos with the same tags within 5 minutes of each other, right?
Yep.
How do you feel about the whole posting 3 videos a day?
You know, 3 videos. The number of videos. Yeah, like the number of views. I mean, the number of videos that someone can put out really depends on their lifestyle off stream. For me, two videos a day is generally pretty good for me, you know, because as I said, I'm not currently working, so I've got a little bit of extra time that I can spend as opposed to other people. But mostly of a night time is when I'll batch 10 videos, 14 videos, and then that covers me for a week.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
So I'll just smash out, you know, batch a heap of videos, and then I'll just 2 a day, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. And when I say morning, I mean like 3 in the morning, and then 1 in like, you know, usually after stream or something, I'll post my second one. Because then I'm getting you guys when you wake up, I'm getting Australia as they're going to sleep, I'm getting the UK in their afternoon. So it's sort of a good time for me to do those videos. But
see, yeah, I started off doing like kind of like because I saw what's Pastor Gaines. I'm Pastor. You know, I forget his name. You know, you gotta do 3 videos a day. Which again, like, and what's his name? That Blue Thunder guy.
Blue Thunder, yeah.
Blue Thunder, like him too, saying you need to post three videos a day. I mean, I get that's cool. Like, do it if you have the content, fucking do it. You know.
Yeah, sure.
And I did that too. I think that helped me grow out too. But I definitely I kind of slowed down a bit to where I post. Right now I'm only posting 1 TikTok a day, and I'm still, you know, getting the followers and still getting the reactions I want. I just do it where like I kind of like my process is I go to like the creator tools. Creator tools, and I look at like, oh, what was my high peak this day last week?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
And I kind of base off of that. So like today, it was like, oh, this day last week, my videos were peaking around 2 o'clock my time. It's cool. So I popped in a video between like 1:30 and 2, and usually for the most, like 9 out of 10 times, that usually does the trick.
Yeah,
and it'll gather like within like 30, like the videos I post a day, like within like 30 minutes had like 100 something views already. So I was like, cool, it works, you know. Some days, it doesn't work, and like the weekends are always wild too. So
yeah, well, weekends people are more active on their phones, aren't they? They're not at work so much. They've got time to kick back on the couch and just scroll TikTok endlessly for 8 hours.
Yep.
You know, so you tend to get more hits around weekends. So what Stoney says, social media is entirely haphazard on what's going to become a hit. You can never really expect how people are going to react, and that's very true.
It's true, very true. You can follow a trend, and then like by the time you hop on that said trend, it could already be dead, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
And people can be like, dude, that was so 5 minutes ago, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. You know? Well, some trends I'll see, and by the time I've seen them, I'm like, okay, I've seen about 100 of those videos now. That trend has got to be nearly over. I'm not going to jump on that trend.
It's definitely hard because like I'm the same way. I'll see a trend and be like, I could probably jump on this right now and see how it goes. And sometimes it works out. Sometimes I'm just like, okay, you know what? It didn't work out in my favor. Oh well, no, I'm not gonna cry over it. Just move on to the next one, you know, and try to jump at the wave. That's why like on Sundays, Sundays is usually when I kind of like scour TikTok, try to get some ideas, you know, try to get some motivation, like, and try to find some funny sounds, and then I'll find a sound. I'm like, cool. I like this sound. How can I tie this into streaming, into gaming? You know, and that's kind of my process. You know,
sometimes that can be the hard part. You know, you come across a sound or an effect or something like that, and I've spent days, even weeks, being like, how am I going to use this and twist it into something about my stream or my channel, or, you know, a streaming experience, or
No, yeah, like it's hard because I have a handful of sounds saved. I have probably over like 200 sounds saved, and like a lot of them too. I'll listen. Oh, this is funny, but how can I make this work? Like, speak to me, sounds. Speak to me. Like,
Right.
Tell me what to do.
Yep. Marty's mum says, I think it's effective, but I got burnt out very fast doing it. Now I've made like 2 videos in the past month.
and think that's the scary thing about burnout, you know, because like that's almost ended my whole streaming thing, you know, career was my original burnout from Facebook gaming. And I luckily, like, I don't know what it was. I just, you know what, let's try it again. And it's, I had Stony, my mod, you know, backing me up, so it's definitely been more supportive, and my wife's always been supportive of it. My friends always been very supportive, and so, but yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, the burnout, and that's why I moved to 1 video a day. But again, maybe with, like I said, like maybe with the Star Citizen content, I could probably pump out another video here and there.
Yeah.
But again, is that, like we talked about earlier, that fear of messing with the algorithm though, and having Star Citizen be goes, oh, this guy made a Star Citizen video, and then see my next video about me like lip singing to Blink-182. Like, what the hell is this guy doing? Where's the Star Citizen stuff at?
Yeah, I mean, Tyflo Ren, he was a guest on here as well once, and you know, he talked about pivoting content and pivoting your niche and stuff like that. So he's gone and made a second TikTok account. So one TikTok account he's got based around content creation and stream advice and stuff like that. The second account he's got based around his skating, snowboarding, sort of gaming content. So it does work in cases to double niche, to double account things, and you know. And
thing is, that's what I feel like especially when it comes to like the Star Citizen stuff, because with Star Citizen it is such a night and day difference between like funny, relatable content. It's a whole different type of content, you know. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, yeah, like I should probably make a second TikTok for that, or, you know, and I've been messing with the idea of making, like, since I said being a musician, I have the means of recording my own music, making royalty free music for streamers, you know.
That'd be cool. I'll definitely use it.
Oh, dude, that'd be dope. And like kind of like nothing like crazy, more like, because honestly, like I like lo-fi hip hop type stuff.
Same.
You know, so like that'd be really fun, but yeah, it's definitely. And then like having a second, like, and also messing with the idea of which I see some of my friends do. They have a whole another YouTube page just dedicated to post streams, just posting past streams on there, you know. And it's just at that point, it's like, how many email addresses do I need?
Yeah, you know? Right.
It's too. It's. I mean, like when you look at it, like when you step back and just look at the whole thing, it can definitely feel overwhelming. You know, having so many different type of
really can.
Profiles, and I think that could lead to burnout and also lead to people just, you know what, this is too much work. I don't want. It's not worth it. I don't want to do it.
Absolutely, you know? Absolutely. So, what is some advice on engagement and entertaining your audience that you would give to other streamers? Because sometimes I'll see streamers out there struggling on how to engage and, you know, how to be entertaining to their audience, especially when they're new.
I find that, which I'm still trying to get better at myself, is just being there's a point between like being talkative and then being talkative to where it's annoying. And it's funny because I just saw a video yesterday about this guy. He plays like search and destroy Call of Duty, or the one where you play as like you're an object and you hide and they'll find you.
I know the one you mean. Prop hunt.
Prop hunt. There we go. And he in his video he talks. The guy talks a lot, just nonstop, right? And I look at the comments and people are just like, dude, this guy doesn't shut up, bro. Breathe, and keeps going, you know. And so I'm trying to find that perfect balance where, like, let's say I'm playing a game, or sorry, my sister was calling me and totally leave me alone. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so try to find that perfect balance of, you know, knowing how much to talk, when not to talk. Like for me, it's been more kind of narrating if I play a game, like, oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna go down here, like, oh, I wonder what's over here. Kind of talk about what's going on in said game, or recently for me has been Star Citizen, where I talk about what I'm doing, like, or hey guys, I just bought this brand new ship, like let's talk about this Gladius. It has 3 cannons on it, it has this much storage space, has this type of fighter or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I think it's just being that engaging, because yeah, you know, like going to a streamer who doesn't talk at all,
Mm-hmm.
who doesn't talk, it's, you know, it's unfortunately it's boring, you know, it's just
Yeah.
be blunt about it, it's boring and you're not going to retain it. And also falls back having a solid mod team that can help out with the chat too, because I'm so bad at, like, sometimes I'll like, oh, I won't miss it,
Yeah.
but then I have my mods come in and pick up, you know, like the Slack, coming in, oh hey, how's it going, welcome to the channel, like how are you doing today, what kind of games do you like, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just all that engagement that keeps the channel going.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
you know, I always tell people that no matter what kind of game you're playing, talk about your game plan. You know, and if the game plan goes askew, talk about what you're going to do to create a new game plan on the run. You know, if you're playing something like Warzone, be like, oh, I'm getting shot at by a camper up there on a rooftop, so I'm going to see if I can, you know, go over here, jump up a zip line, get him from behind. And if you get shot and killed by that camper, they'll be like, okay, that doesn't work, so what am I going to do? Blah, blah, blah.
You know, I definitely do that a lot with Star Citizen. I'll be like, hey guys, so this is what we're going to do. And like 2 minutes later, well, never mind, I died, so that plan went to hell, you know. let's go back to the drawing board and figure this out.
Yeah, and not,
you know. And sometimes you just gotta accept the fact that, you know, yeah, you're talking to yourself, you know. And the thing is, you just gotta get comfortable talking to yourself, because yeah, you know, I don't, it's like, I'll talk to my chat, but honestly, I never, like, I don't expect my chat to 100% respond to everything I say, because, you know, everyone has their life, you know. Like yeah, they could be lurking, they could be having me in the background, which is always appreciative, and I don't expect them to be 100% active on chat, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just getting comfortable, like, just talking to yourself.
yeah. As the Universal Cat Boy says here, holding a conversation on your own is a great skill to learn, because you just don't know who's going to pop into your stream. If you're sitting with no viewers, you don't know if someone's going to come in, and if you're sitting there silent, focused on the game 100%, you're not going to notice them, and they're just going to be like, yeah, I'm out. You know, so if you're sitting there talking about at least your game that you're playing and what you're doing, they're going to come in and then pick up a part of what you're saying and engage in a conversation with you. And, you know, next thing you know, you're talking, you're engaging, you're entertaining.
Yeah, so, exactly. You know, it's all, it takes a little, just learning how to talk to yourself goes a long way. And yeah, and going into a quiet stream. And thing is, like, especially if you're like someone who's shy.
Yeah.
And you're going to a stream who's not talking, cause I've been there myself, where I'll hop into a streamer and they are not talking, and I'm like, you know what, I want to say something, but I don't know how to say hi, or is this the awkwardness, you know, you're trying to get past it, and then sometimes I just end up going, you know what, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, look, I've come across a few streamers where they're dead silent too, and all they're doing is staring at the screen.
Yeah.
But I'll try to engage with them, and I'll try to give them something to talk about. And I'll be like, hey, how you doing? So what's the game that you're playing? What are you trying to do in the game? Or, you know, what are you trying to find? What are you trying to do? You know, I'll put things out there for them purposefully to see if they'll grab hold of it and talk about it. And if they don't, I'm just like, I tried, dude. I tried, but I'm
no,
leaving.
And I think that goes back to, like, you know, because I know, like, a handful of times, like, if I'm just talking to my mods or we're talking to people, like, and there's actual active chat going, new people will come in and they chime in on it, you know. We're talking about topic, and someone, oh yeah, hey, I know what you guys are talking about, and then they join the conversation, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to get new people in.
Really is. So you know, speaking about, you know, being engaging and, you know, holding conversations on your own, what advice would you give to a new streamer? So if someone just starting out came to you and said, Aaron, what do I do? How do I do? You know, how do I stream? Honestly, the best advice I ever got, and the best advice I can give anyone for a brand new streamer, which I wish I told myself when I first started, is don't compare yourself to others. Yeah. That right there will destroy your streaming career really fast. Really fast, because you could see someone like, why does this person have like 100 viewers, or this person has 10 viewers? I have nobody on my channel. And you get, you know, when you're doing that, yeah, you know, it hurts, it sucks. You're like, what, like, because you go to like, what am I doing wrong?
You know, like
Exactly.
how come no one likes me? And that I've seen so many like streamers, like friends I made, new friends that, you know, a month down the road they're not streaming no more.
Yeah.
You know, and they give up that journey. Um, and that's probably the best advice I can give. And other than that, it's just other advice is just, you know, be consistent, have a schedule. That's being consistent, having a schedule has done wonders for me. You know,
Absolutely.
just being like, hey guys, because like my community knows Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time,
Yep.
I'm live. You know, I'm live, and they know me to find me there. Best advice, so don't.
Thanks, Deathbat.
I like that.
I'll keep that in mind, so I'm not accidentally pointing at anything.
I like that.
Deathbat. I've known Deathbat for pretty much since I started streaming, even a little bit before I started streaming. He's a great dude, and I'm trying to convince him to come back to streaming. He sort of threw in the towel for a little bit there, but I'm trying to convince him because he's a great dude and he's got great gameplay, and you know, he's a great streamer, and I'd love to see him make a comeback.
Yeah, it's always fun. Like I said, like it just sucks sometimes, like that burnout, or like, you know, like I said, like for me is like when I first quit, like it's rough because like I had no desire to come back, you know, and I was like, and I really don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the fact that I had all this, like I had my streaming gear, and my wife's like, you're gonna stream because you did not buy that crap to just not stream.
Yeah.
But life got in the way. Yeah, life does get in the way a lot, and that's a tough one too. That's a tough one to get around because when life happens, you know, you gotta, you know, obviously life takes priority, family priority, you know, responsibilities as an adult priority over streaming. You know,
life always comes first. Family, friends, you know, those things always come first. Work and all that stuff, it always comes first. At the end of the day, streaming is third to fourth compared to all of
exactly.
that stuff.
It's like, because, you know, like we're not like those guys making, you know, like making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month just yet.
Yes.
Gotta be positive. Got, you know, was it projected, you know,
manifestation.
Manifest. Yeah, I gotta manifest it out. But mine was divorce, depression, etc. Digging myself out of the hole. Yep. That would do it. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. That sucks. That's horrible. I can't even imagine.
You're 95% back, you feels, and that's what I like to hear, Deathbat. You're 95% ready to go, and I'll tell you what, dude, you're coming back with a vengeance, mate. And I can see it in your TikToks. I can see that confidence and that entertainment just begging to get out of you, man.
I'll be there. I'll check it out.
100%.
Yep, I'll be there.
I'm dreading the day Aaron asks me to stream for him so he can sleep.
You can tell us jokes. That's true. He's full of jokes. But yeah, I going back to like advice. Yeah, don't compare yourself to others. Have a schedule, and kind of like, I know it's kind of far fetched, but kind of have like set goals for yourself. You know, like, cool. I want to try to have this many followers by this time. I want to have, or like, you know, I want to hit affiliate about so and so. How can I achieve those goals? You know, and again, it's mostly just like kind of throwing it out there because I know some guys that struggle to hit affiliate, you know, and then there are some people I've seen, hey guys, I've been streaming for 2 days and I hit affiliate already. It's like, okay, that's nuts. It took me a couple months to hit affiliate. But yeah, you know, it's all just being able to plan out your goals I think is what newer streamers miss out on, because they could just, they could just hop in, stream 8 hours a day, boom, done. I'm gonna be famous. It doesn't work that way. You know, you have to put in the work.
I was definitely one of those people that thought, jump on Twitch, hit live, I'm gonna get 10 views off the bat. Which
no, I was the same way too. I hopped on playing Warzone, and I was like, cool. I'm gonna do this. I'll be set. And it's like, you know what? I've been doing this for like 4 months now, seeing zero growth. Besides like my friends, I'll hop in here and there. You know, like the 3 of them that hop in, and it's like, what am I doing wrong? And then that's when I think it, honestly, like I said earlier this year, is just starting back on TikTok really got me got everything going, because finding all these streamers, bigger streamers on TikTok with their tips, and like I put to practice, you know, and it worked. It paid off.
Yeah.
You know.
We'll just take a little 2 to 3 minute break. I just need to go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and we'll get into some, talking about some, mental health side of stuff, taking breaks, trolls and bullying and imposter syndrome, that sort of stuff. And
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I'll be back in just a minute, folks. Stay tuned. And we'll get back to chatting and getting to know Erhiin a bit more.
Sweet.
They're going to try to get me. But, yeah, as I was saying, research the same content that you want to put out. Fuck you. Chris! That's for you. I can already picture him giggling like a little fucking kid in the background. Can't speak for my actions, and he trusted me as a mod. Gonna say, you motherfucker, you found it and you didn't tell. Oh, you fuck! I'm gonna time your ass out. 6. Well, we can giggle like a schoolgirl. Oh, alright. This one's closest, it'll do. What do you think, X? Still working? Seen all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies 4 times each? Yeah, I've probably seen them about the same. Or, yeah, a little bit more, just like you, Rocks. Fucking Mr. Osiris with his passing gas.
I know, right?
It's alright.
Excuse you.
We need more wind in the sails.
I guess we do.
You want more wind?
Thanks,
Jesus. Alright. And we're back. And that camera should be on. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, look at the wholesomeness that has gone on since we got back. I'm proud of everyone here. Thanks, Dad. Love it. Love to see it. Oh, feel much better now. My lord. Alright, so
emotional damage.
Thanks, Deathbat. So, yeah, what was I gonna... Mental health and, things like that. So taking breaks.
Yep.
Taking breaks are obviously very, very important. To prevent that burnout that we've spoken about a few times today. How often would you suggest on taking breaks?
See, I am probably the worst person to ask that, because I haven't taken a break since I started up again.
Oh wow!
But yeah, I've been since February. I don't think I've missed a stream since February. Jeez. Maybe either one, but I'm pretty sure I've been very consistent with it. But I will admit, I have in the past few weeks, has been kind of that feeling of my social batteries is full right now. I'm just I need to back out. I need to back away, have a really good cry and scream. But yeah, definitely, breaks are important, because I said, because once you get to that point of you feeling burnout, you have one bad stream, you have one bad TikTok, and that could send you over the edge.
Absolutely. I'd like to tell people to take, even if it's just one scheduled stream, take that off once a month. Take that time for yourself. Listen to your mind, listen to your body, and take that time off if you really need to. Crying stream, great community night idea.
I'm sorry, I saw that.
I'll tune in. We can all cry together.
My community, we're what they called elder emos.
Elder emos?
We have a good cry every now and then.
I like that. Elder emos. But yeah, one scheduled stream off a month is healthy. And
Oh, yeah.
if you feel like you need to take, I've taken a week off, like a week off streaming, a week off social media, and everything. And that helped me so much. It gave me time to think about future content. It gave me time to think about new schedules and things like that. And I was just like, okay, cool. I know where I'm at now again.
I think I 100% support that. But I think for me, like I'm still in that mindset is like, so I played, like growing up, I played in a bunch of bands. I played a lot of music. And I remember one time this guy, we were playing a club in Hollywood, my old band back in, like when I lived in California. This guy said something to us, and it stuck with me for anything entertainment wise. It was, if you're not doing anything, you're forgotten. And I guess that's that fear of for me, like, taking a break. Cause even, yeah, I know it sounds silly taking a day off, taking a week off.
Yeah.
It's like in the back of my head is like, what if I do like it's like, I had that same panic attack when I missed posting a TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, what if that one TikTok I missed just throws everything I worked for away?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
at least if you take time away from streaming, you can still engage with this pretty much the same audience. Say on Twitter, for example, a lot of your viewers tend to see you on Twitter, so you can reach out and be like, hey guys, I'm just doing this and that, taking some time for myself. Hope you're all being well, and I'm planning on making some changes when I get back. And as long as you stay in some form of connection with your community, whether it's Discord, Twitter, Instagram, wherever, however, as long as you keep in contact in some way, shape, or form, generally everything's going to be okay. You might lose the odd viewer here and there, but at the end of the day, are they the real ones that really support you if they're not going to be there when you get back?
100%. I guess it's just, I said, like it's kind of, I guess, falls under like the mental health category. It's kind of like just the fear not being of losing out, like how Marty's mom, FOMO, fear of missing out. It's huge, especially FOMO, and just that's huge. I think it's huge in the content creating world. Because like, oh God, like I missed out on this trend. Now I'm gonna miss out on like hundreds of followers, or I took a week off and. And for me, like, I guess a big reason I'm scared of taking a break was when I originally took a break from Facebook gaming. Like I took a break, and after like I took a week off. Awesome. I was supposed to stream, and I was like,
I've enjoyed the time away.
Exactly. And I had no drive to jump back into it. But I obviously like my circumstances and my environment has changed to more positive. So like, yeah, definitely now is more like, yeah, if I take a break, I'm going to miss my community, and I miss the fact that I'll miss my community harassing me,
Yep.
Because, they get a joy out of that, whatever. I cry. I go to sleep crying, but whatever, at least they're happy,
At least they're happy. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. But yeah, like, so I definitely agree, because I've been planning on taking, like, I've been trying to schedule a break myself, I guess it's just trying to find the right time to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
And because like I thought about like what you said, like if I took one stream off, that for me that would be a whole night of just me just relaxing but working on content outside that I could actually try to get done.
Yeah, that's it. And, it's very important to take those breaks before you get to the burnt out point, because then you're at risk of maybe not coming back, just like the experience you had with Facebook gaming. So as I said,
true, yeah.
Listen to your mind, listen to your body, get in before that burnout happens. Take a day off, 1 day a month, or even after 6 months, take a week off. Whatever it takes to keep your energy up, to keep your inspiration happening. And if you do that, when you do that, just keep in contact with the community some way, shape, or form.
And I think, honestly, like I really believe like Twitter is the best place for that. TikTok, yeah, you can make videos, but I think Twitter is definitely a more personal engaging.
Yeah. Just laughing at what Lauren said in here.
I do have the healthiest kidneys on Twitch, by the way. I do have the healthiest kidneys because of my community. I drink probably 10 gallons of water per stream.
Jesus. So yeah, as soon as I started streaming on Twitch, I got rid of the hydrate button. So I've seen how many people get it spammed, and I was just like, no, Not here.
Oh man, if I got rid of my hydrate button, I probably wouldn't drink water. That sounds bad.
I mean, water's in everything. It counts.
True, yeah, exactly.
So, in relation to trolls and bullying, we all deal with some kind of piece of shit in our streams at some point. What are some of your methods in dealing with trolls and bullies in such situations?
You know what? I don't like knock on wood. To be fair, I don't think I've ever had a troll on my stream yet.
Nice, that's lucky.
I've never really had anyone come in. I have some people come in, like I said, we banned the guy for being sexist, but I never really had someone come in and just like try to like just derail everything. For me, it's always been on the short form content, like on like YouTube Shorts. People, we nearly had, like it's like what Stoney said, we nearly had a troll, but I managed to get rid of him. Yeah, and someone is really good with that. But it's usually for me like YouTube, like the hey, you're cringe. I hate your content. I even had a guy tell me to kill myself.
Wow.
And yeah, and it's just like, bro, like chillax. It's just like like, and it's hard because you know what. There's this sense of like, like, do I delete the comment? Do I just leave it there? Because I think for me it's like if I leave the comment there, I'm afraid of looking stupid. I'm afraid of someone looking at that comment going, wow, he didn't respond, this guy's a bitch, this guy has no backbone. But then like if I respond to that, it's feeding into it, but like, I got to the point where if I do get a bad comment on my YouTube stuff, I'm like, hey, thanks for the engagement.
Exactly.
Thanks for the engagement, and I usually leave it because like they're not gonna respond to that because they're gonna give me more engagement.
Exactly.
You know,
like, as you said, if you clap back at them with an equally negative or more negative response, there's every chance. Yeah, it may make you look bad, and it may feed them exactly what they want. They want that reaction.
No, yeah, and that's why, like, for me, like, it's like YouTube has been such an anxiety enhancer for me, like, the past like few months, and just those comments, and I just think it's funny because like when I post on Hover, back when Hover was a thing, and I post here and there on Instagram. I'm not really big on Instagram, but it never got that kind of hate on YouTube,
R.I.P. Hover. That came and went pretty quickly.
Rip Hover. Yeah, Rip Hover.
Yeah. But like I've had people say clap back, give them their own shit back, which I mean you can do. That can be entertaining from a streaming point of view. People might find it entertaining somehow. But I say kill them with kindness. And as you said, be like, hey, thanks for the engagement, thanks for the view, thanks for your time. That's another good way of
exactly.
of doing it.
Yep. And like thing is this sucks because like I think like especially when you get like I said, I've been lucky enough to not really get anything on live stream. But the whole thing is just to derail you, just throw you off your game, make you look stupid on stream,
Yep.
And you just, like you said, you have good mods and just know how to react to it. It's kind of like the like I'm dreading the day I get like bot followed or hate rated, and like those are the worst. So I've seen the horror stories of that, and that just makes me sick that people will do that, like they have nothing better to do but to ruin people's lives,
Yeah, I personally don't understand what they get out of it at the end of the day. I really don't. But I've been lucky myself. I haven't had someone come in and troll me or bully me. The only thing I've really had happen was these trolls from Sea of Thieves. They were giving us grief in the game, and they somehow found the stream and came into the stream and started carrying on as well. So they were banned pretty quickly.
No, yeah, and thing is, it's hard because then like you're like, do I? Because I thought about this too, like especially for like Star Citizen stuff. Like when I'm playing Star Citizen, you know, do I or any game in general, like with the multiplayer feature, is like, do I change my in-game name to something else?
Yeah.
So I can't be tracked because then like because I see, you know, you see like when I played have you ever played Escape from Tarkov?
No, but I've watched a lot of streams of it.
So Tarkov is very famous for the community. Like if you're playing against someone and like say, oh, you got killed, right? You got killed someone, and they had the TTV in their name and their title. Yeah. Oh, you know, 9 out of 10 times that person is going to your stream and talking shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I've had that happen where I killed a guy back when I streamed Tarkov, and a guy came to my channel and called me a cheater and hacker. I was like, no, dude, you were just standing open like an idiot. But
yeah, exactly. No, and that's the reason I don't put TTV in my name. I think there's people that came over from Sea Thieves just got lucky when they were looking for me, because they would have heard me over the mic talking to chat.
Yeah.
But they just got lucky and they found me and they came through, but they were banned very quickly. Marty's mum says here that she seen a helpful TikTok about making a Stream Deck button for hate raids, and that's a very good idea if you have a Stream Deck. I don't myself.
I do have that set up. I have that set up. I have it titled "Kill Everything." It shuts everything off. Also, if you guys don't have it already, Siri Bot is an amazing tool. Siri Bot's a good mod, like an automatic mod to put on your channel that blocks bots, follows. Really good at that. Yeah, hate raid, just kill everything, shut everything off, silence everything. You know, that's the best thing you could do. Yeah. And hopefully it just blows over. You know.
I think I need to finish setting up Siri Bot because I thought I had it, but I'm looking here in my moderator list and it's not there, so I need to sort that out properly. But I've got commanded root there as well, which does sort of the same thing.
Yeah. Siri Bot's pretty easy to set. I think it took me like 5 minutes to get it all set up, but it's a really good tool to have. And Kill Everything is really great too. Even if you don't have a Stream Deck, you could use because they do make like if you have like an extra tablet or phone. Yeah,
generally I don't, because I use my phone up here for chat, or in this case question lists. But most of the time I'm using it for chat because the games I play on here I can't see chat.
For sure, no, because I have a friend who didn't have a Stream Deck, and he had like he had an extra like just like a Samsung tablet, like a little cheap tablet, right? Yep. And he downloaded the Elgato software, and it mirrors like the Stream Deck features to the tablet, so you just use that instead. And
then you've got something like Touch Portal as well, don't you, that you can use, which is basically the same.
Pretty much the same thing, yeah. I've seen one on Twitter. Glass, it was something Glass or Glass Touch, kind of the same features of that, but it was more for like in-game functions, like, and it's very popular with Star Citizen streamers right now.
Right. Yeah. Actually, now that I think of it, I think I might. I don't know if the tablet I have would be any good. It'd probably be too slow. It's very old, but maybe it's worth a shot. So maybe I'll get
it doesn't hurt to try. Yeah. It doesn't hurt to try. But you always like it's just kind of going to more the. It sucks that we have to do these type of things to protect ourselves, but it comes with the territory, you know. Like people, and like one of my biggest beliefs with trolls is like, you know, it's always someone with like has a profile with an anime picture with no content, no followers. You know, they're too afraid to put themselves out there, and they get jealous of it, and they wanted to attack people who aren't afraid to put their face out there on social media. You know, who are not afraid to, hey, this is my content, this is what I like. You know, but no, just people out there who hate you for putting yourself out there because they can't do it themselves.
For sure. So pretty much what's bringing us to our last question here. Yep. Imposter syndrome, how do you deal with it? And imposter syndrome pretty much is loosely defined as doubting your abilities and feeling like a fraud. It disproportionately affects high achieving people who find it difficult to accept their accomplishments. You know, so how do you deal with that? Have you ever experienced it?
I deal with that all the time. Deal with that all the time. It's more the fact that like sometimes after a stream, I'll have a really good stream, and I'll be like, why? Like I don't deserve it. I don't deserve my community. I don't deserve, you know, my mods and everyone know who comes in, follows, subs, donates, whatever, you know. And then like why me? Like why? But then like I don't know. Imposter syndrome hits me hard too. Then like it sucks because when I get hit with that, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to make any content. I just feel like everything I do is trash, and it's hard. Like it takes me a while to get over it. Usually it's like I'll look back at like from like my early TikToks into now how much I've grown and be like, you know what, maybe I'm doing something right.
Yep.
But other than that, is for me is just kind of, it just takes time to get over it. You know, I got to sit down and just really step back and kind of look at the bigger picture and just realize, you know, like this is what I want to do. It's not going to be easy. It's definitely anything that's good or worth having is, you know, you have to work for it, you know. And yeah, I don't know, this positivism sucks because like it hits me hard because I do deal with like anxiety. I do deal with depression. And it's just, you know, like I said, I just got sometimes to step back and just look at the bigger picture.
So Stoney says, I suffer from imposter syndrome all the time. I've been doing metal vocals for years. I have a degree in computer science and I still doubt myself. It's just about surrounding yourself with people who can pick you up while also giving great critical insight on what they think you should try or do next. And that's exactly right, Stoney. You know, if you have people around you that
100%.
truly care about you, they're going to pick you up when you feel down. They're going to reinforce all the great things that you've done. And, you know, it's important to reaffirm yourself as well as those people, you know, telling you that you're doing great. You know, you put in a lot and, you know, it's important to look back to where you started as to opposed to where you are now. And that should definitely be enough to make you at least think, shit, I have done good. You know, I am doing good things. I am doing a great job. And I do deserve this as it makes me happy. You know? And
I agree.
That's how I tend to deal with it too, because I have the same moments like, you know, having a great stream, as you said, and it's just like, why are these people supporting me? I'm just a dick.
Exactly. You know, it's like I'm just a guy who could barely play games, you know.
Exactly, you know.
But yeah, I mean, like when I have those moments, so like my mods, they usually come through, and like my friends usually pick me up.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, I said, like, you know, like I said it a lot this stream, this interview thing, and it's like, you know, it's a team effort, you know, and
100%.
you know, like without the proper support, you're not going to go far, you know, like because streaming is it does take its mental toll though.
It does.
You know, like, you know, because like you like I said, you have one bad stream, one bad TikTok, one bad video, you're just like, what did I do wrong? Or
it
kind of goes into that
everything.
Exactly. It's kind of like the one piece of advice that I hear a lot of people say, you know, when you're streaming, leave your don't have your view counter on.
Yep.
Because in that, I don't either sometimes, but I do catch myself checking here and there.
Yeah.
And then, but it sucks because, you know, I'll see like, oh, I had like a certain amount of viewers. I check it. Oh, I dropped like 5 viewers. And then like, but then I get in my head, like, what did I do wrong?
Yep.
You know,
as I said,
what
you
did I
start to
say?
reassess everything all over again.
Yep.
And it's not necessarily good, but it's also not necessarily bad, because then you start thinking about the things that you can improve on, the things you can change, you know.
Oh yeah, like you know, like I like to go to like my post stream summaries, you know, on Twitch.
Yeah.
And I'll see like oh, the stream was popping off during this time. What was I doing at this time?
Yep.
What was I doing to make it more engaging? Oh, it dropped off here. Let me watch that clip from that time and see what I did wrong, you know.
Yep.
Or if I did anything, maybe, you know, it could just be dumb luck that, you know, people were just getting off, you know, or not necessarily you know.
It could be any number of things, to be honest. Like, and it's not always necessarily bad. Like more often than not, it's not bad. It's just timing.
Yeah, you know, and thing is, like, you can't expect people to constantly hang out in the stream. You know, everyone has lives. You know, like, yeah, if someone pops in for 2 minutes, you know, I'm grateful you gave me 2 minutes every time to hang out with me. You know, and you got to go. Don't feel bad for leaving. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Life is life. You got to do things. You can't. You know, we can't expect people to be there for us all the time, every time. It's just unrealistic.
Exactly.
But you know, we're pretty much coming to an end here on Average Chatter, dude. So you know, this is the part where I like to say, you know, shameless plug. Tell everyone why they should come by your channel, who you are, what you do, all that stuff. You
guys should come to my channel because I'm a fucking delight.
I love it. There you go. That's enough reason for me.
That's I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm gonna leave it as that.
That's a perfect plug. Probably the best one I've heard yet. I'm not gonna lie. But dude, thank you so much for joining me on Average Chatter, episode 12. It's been fantastic. It's been great getting to know you and, you know, your thoughts and, you know, getting to know more about your journey on Twitch so far. It's been really awesome.
I definitely appreciate you bringing me on. It was such a huge honor, and I definitely think you and I should get some games together.
I'm absolutely down. Just name the game, let me know when, and I'm keen.
I've been thinking about jumping back into Sea of Thieves, so I'll let you know when that happens.
Yep, if you want to set sail, just say the word and I'll be there.
Sounds good, man. Thanks for having me.
No worries, dude. Thank you again.
See ya later, guys.
Alright. So, everybody, amazing stream, and thank you all for coming by and hanging out with me and Aaron. It's been absolutely amazing getting to know him, not only as a streamer, but as a person as well. You know, picking his mind about streaming and content creation and, you know, the things we do and the things we think and all the different stuff that's involved in it. You know, it's not always an easy road, but there's always plenty of people out there that can make it easier. But thank you all very much for the love, for the support, for coming out. Thank you for the sub, Stoney. I appreciate it, my dude. I really do. And, you know, Marty's mum, thank you for coming by. Lauren of the Rings, thank you for the follow. Everybody that's come to hang out, really. It's been amazing. Prime Fresh, thank you for the follow as well. Love you guys. But make sure you tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sea of Thieves Day. Going to be setting sail with the usual crew. Lil Witch 87, Havoc Gaming TTV, and Mr. Osiris may well be joining us as well. We'll wait and see. But and the day after that, we'll be playing some Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We finished Black Flag last week, so we've moved on to Valhalla. We started that off on the 12-hour stream that I did just the other day. And after Valhalla, because we usually play 2 hours of Assassin's Creed, followed by 2 hours of Fortnite. So we'll be playing Valhalla, followed up by some Fortnite. So if you guys want to join me on some Fortnite, the opportunity is wide open. So, until then guys, you have a great night, great morning, great afternoon, great evening, whatever it is, wherever you are in the world. And thank you all for coming by the channel. Do it, Stoney. Jump in and start Assassin's Creed again. It's a great game. Great game and a great franchise. But again guys, thank you all so much. Hope to see you tomorrow for some Sea of Thieves. And you guys have a great night, great evening, afternoon, blah blah blah. I'll see you guys later. Thank you.